let's get the camera off me. There we go. Aha. Excuse my kitchen. Is there anybody here? You guys are getting a quickie apartment tour for now. Okay. Oh, it looks like it stopped raining. Let's go outside. It's kind of out. Ow. It's still sprinkling. I got two people in there. Hey. No, I don't think you did, Vivian. I'm just checking out, see what it's like outside. It was raining earlier. And the conditions are right for a rainbow, but I don't see one. Can you hear me okay? Hey, Mike. Yeah, no, I don't think you did. I think he lost his signal. Look how green those leaves got so fast. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes before people come in. Hey, Tara Evans. I'm just out on the balcony for a second. I have a Donair. My apartment's a mess. Excuse my mess. There's my computer setup. Hopefully, I have Streamlabs up. Hopefully, that will work. Hey, Janet. Hey, Teratopia. You're listening while you're working. Did you get that desk put together? Okay, we're going to go into my kitchen here. It's a little bit of a mess because I still have my dishes here. But Donair is in that bag. Aquamarine Life, you finally made it. I am going to be showing people what a Donair is. Okay, we're going to go into my fridge for a second. Because I need a cider. Let's get a strawberry rhubarb one for now. I have lots of leftovers. Hey, Devin. So you guys are probably all wondering what the big hype is for my places. Well, I'm only in the kitchen and dining room area. This is the dining room area. It's a mess because I don't eat off the table very often. So it has my computer and my catch-all of everything. And that's looking down towards the hallway where the bedrooms and the bathroom are. And my messy living room. I had popcorn last night and I have yet to take the bowl back. See, I want the same desk that you have, Teratopia, but in white. Oh, see, and I have the TV on, but it's just on its Apple screensaver. I have an Apple TV, my lava lamp. All right. Are you guys as excited as I am about a Donair? So you can see one. I'm going to bring the bag out into I'm going to eat it at the kitchen table. So you guys can see it. Oh my God, yes, Mike. It's messy for me. It is. So, just to give you a heads up, I just finished coloring my hair this afternoon. So, I have no makeup on, so you're going to see the mask me. We all know. Yeah, see, I broke out this weekend. But I have a bad hair day, and I got to set down the gimbal so you guys can see me. So I look like super pale without it. Hey, Godwin, I thought you were streaming. I got a notification that you were. Guess what I have? Oh, we don't need to go down. like that. See, I just blow dried my hair a little bit ago and I just threw it up. Let me get my bulwark. My Donair. Oh, Tara Evans, you're too kind. I broke out the last like week all over my chin from the stupid masks, but oh well. I got extra sauce for the Donair sauce. Oh my. Oh, you're having connection problems. Oh, okay. What, with the app, was it with Prism freezing? There. I have a bag, a paper bag over there that I keep all my, my compostables. Is that a word? So yeah, I look like a fright because I bleached my hair, right? I used to be a hairdresser, so I bleached my hair. And I had to do like about that much root in my hair. And then I had to put that on. And then sat down with that for about 45 minutes. Rinsed it off, shampooed the hair, shampooed all the bleach to get it out. And then I had to tone it. So I was toning it. I had rinsed out my hair when Johnny first started part 1 of his stream on the bicyclette. And while I was going through that, I left just so I could Donair. So yeah, I got rid of the gray and I toned it out to a nice blonde. This is my Donair. I got a large because I knew it was going to be girthy. I don't have a fork here because usually these suckers get really messy. I think I tried every mask going. Yeah, I just have these black non-medical ones that I found at Costco that were a box of 50. At one time they were on sale for $7.99, but I got because normally they're $9.99. So I bought a few boxes. Now Donairs, they always wrapping them up in tin foil to retain the heat. But yes, that was one layer of tin foil. I know, it's massive. And what makes it even look bigger is that I have little hands. All right. And I have Max, he's like on my left. He's down here underneath where, because that's where your guys' chats are. Okay. You guys want to see what this looks like. This is from Tony's here in Halifax. It's on the corner of Roby Street. And how am I going to fit all this into my mouth? That should be my thumbnail. This is probably maybe about 2-3 pounds. It is all meat. Hold on just a second, my lovelies. I am going to show you what this looks like as I open it. Okay, so bear with me. I've never done this before. I'm going to like... Okay. So, yes, it is Eddie Chin. This is a Donair. This is the official... This is... Okay, you see this white stuff, and I know it looks really indecent. Extra Donair sauce. It's so good. And I always get my Donair with cheese. Look, Max is right here. Look at him. There's the boy. There's the boy. Yeah. Hey, fans, Buses Gaming. I see a lot. You've clickbait. I should. I will, like, after this is done, because I don't have a thumbnail, I should totally do this. I got napkins here. Thank God for these, like, $3.99 thousand things of napkins from IKEA. They are the best. All right, so this, they always put plastic on it too. I have no idea. Probably just, I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me, folks. And I always get cheese on it, because that is an acceptable additional topping. Yes, look at, Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Mr. Licky Chops. Get. So this is what you call a girthy Donair. It does. It keeps it, because it is like from a spit, and it's on pita bread. There's onions and tomato, but they shave it really, really thinly off the spit. Yes. I have a Windows, my computer. So this is like a piece of it when it's shaved off the spit. Looking at the cat. Yeah, he, once I did the whole little shh, he left. So. Oh my god, so good. Sorry, I'm just like totally noshing on that. Okay. So. This is it. And I added extra sauce for it. I probably won't be able to eat this all in one sitting. I don't think I could. But will the cat eat Donairs? Yes, he loves the meat. There we go. Richard Bishop is saying, I want that. So that, it will... not quite a chicken shawarma, because this is like with the spiced meat, like with the beef. With a little bit of lamb mixed into it, because that's what Tony uses. Look at this, look at this. This is the closest thing you're going to get to mukbang with me, because I don't like eating on camera. But yeah, I would say that's probably at most maybe 3 pounds of meat. Fans is asking where Mark is. Mark is at his dad's until Wednesday. I'll be seeing him tomorrow because we're taking him out to get his Pfizer vaccination. He's getting his 2nd dose tomorrow. Oh, and I'm drinking Bulwark cider because gotta have alcohol with that. There's no tzatziki sauce. This is a sweet garlicky sauce. It's made with garlic, olive oil, condensed milk, and I forget what the other one is. But it's sweet and savory. Yeah, if you're in Halifax, you need to get these. Like, this is like a staple down at Pizza Corner. Everybody gets one. It's like your go-to street meat. Some places, you know, you get a slice of pizza and everything, so. But, man, this, I'm going to put the little bit of plastic back on here to wrap it up so it doesn't, like, drip all over the place. I have to wrap this up like swaddling a baby. And there's diced onions and diced tomatoes with it. And then I just added mozzarella cheese because I like to have cheese on mine. But usually that's about it that you add to a Donair. You do not put lettuce on it. This is how we know the tourists, because they'll come in and they'll get a Donair and then they'll be like, yeah, can I have some like olives and lettuce or baby spinach and everything. But I'll even try to make this look a little bit more presentable for you guys, because I'm like, that is it. Fans, buses, gaming. I'm eating dinner. Well, this is my dinner. Johnny never gets the good stuff. What do you mean by the good stuff? He always gets Popeyes. I can't wait for Popeyes to get here. I'm just so excited. I'm going to be picking on this. I'm not going to sit there and try to eat it in front of you, because there's no way. There's no way this mouth is getting around that thing. But you never know. No, I'm just kidding. Fans, if they do come in to they lurk. It's just that they don't want to take away from the chat and make it all about them when it's like my stream type of thing. Like, if I go into their chats and stuff like that, I lurk. Like, you'll see me when I start timing people out and getting, you know, taking the trash out. But they'll come in, they'll say a couple little jokes and stuff like that, but they understand that, you know, yeah. Carsto, this is going to be a heck of a lot more than just 2 meals, I think. I don't know, but it's spicy. I get it from this place called Tony's because they make the spicy Donairs. My bangs keep getting in my face. I have to have a napkin with you. So yeah, they respect other people's chats. How much was that? It came to like 13 bucks altogether, and then I threw in a tip. So, but that was normally about $8.95. Then I add an extra thing of sauce and extra cheese on it, so that made it a little bit more expensive. But and then with delivery and everything like that, it came up to like, I don't know. I have the receipt over on my counter. I wasn't going to show that because it has my address on it. And I don't need anything from Walking Woman Dudette in case she's stalking me too. Even though, you know, she does have those cute pink shoes that I want. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. So this is me, like, you know, eating on camera. So this was thank you to Godwin because he felt it necessary to send me. Yeah, I went and got it delivered because it was raining out earlier. It's stopped now. But I woke up this morning. I slept in till about noon. Stop saying that. Stop saying what? I slept in like until about noon, and when I woke up, there was like the thing from Godwin, like there was an e-transfer. So I was like, oh, that is so sweet of him and all that stuff. So I had to message him, and I said, Godwin, I was only joking about charging you technical fees for your gimbal. Yeah, no, I had fun. I know I was a little bit late getting to your stream last night, Tech, but it was good. It was good. You know. When are we gonna see the mysterious Tech? She's got to do a face reveal one of these days. You know why she's not doing it? You know why she's not doing the face reveal? Because she's just so darn cute that she's like gonna make all of us jealous. I know it. Everybody's getting hungry. Yeah, this thing is, I'm gonna have leftovers tomorrow, and it's on a nice steamed pita, and everything is local. The pita comes from Fancy Lebanese Pita Place. It's a bakery on Agricola and North Street, and that's where they make all the pita breads. Yeah, it is a it's a Donair. What am I drinking? I am drinking a Bulwark cider, and I got like this, it's a strawberry rhubarb. It's like a fruity, summery cider. So, and it has, what, 5% alcohol. So, you never know, I might be a little bit tipsy tonight when somebody does his stumble stream. Ooh, there's some cheese. Cheese. Oh, there's some onion on there too. Normally I don't eat onions, but I will make a thingy here. I will make an exception for Donairs. So that is my girthy Donair. So if anybody ever comes to the East Coast, especially Halifax, because this is our official food of the city, you have to get one. I'll take you to the best places. I try to stay away from places that are like chains. So I don't go to places like Greco or Jesse's Pizza. I know Jesse's Pizza is up in the Junction neighborhood in Toronto. That's like their only outside of the Maritimes. I am going to have a Donair coma. And yeah, they like, I think they have it, but I don't think they're allowed to shave it off the spit. They have to like fry it up on the grit thing. It's not quite a Philly cheesesteak. I know what you mean. My aunt used to make those. When I used to go to Massachusetts, she used to make Philly cheesesteaks. Jesse's is based out of Halifax, so it is somewhat authentic. nobody really around here will eat that much on Jesse's. It's okay, you know, if you're wanting that type. But yeah, I'm streaming from home, Big S, because you know what I got for you know what these are because you live here in the city. Bevie got a Donair. Oh, look, food porn. Yep, so I decided to do that. I was gonna go out, but it was like, I was watching Johnny stream and it was like 20 some odd degrees in Toronto today. He's on his bike, probably wearing his stretchy jeans. And I decided that I would order a Donair because Godwin was lovely enough to send me money for the Donair fund. So there's still money in the Donair fund, so you never know. I don't have a soothing voice. Yeah, it looks like if a cheesesteak, a gyro, and a burrito had a baby. Well, that's one heck of a threesome, isn't it? See, and I can go to Five Guys tomorrow, maybe. But the best Donair in where? In Toronto. I've never had a Donair. Like when I lived in Toronto, they still weren't allowed to have it. They can't do it on Spitz, but I know that there's a couple places now that will do Donairs in Toronto, but because of like restaurant things, they can't. So, oh, thank you. I'm entertaining. So we have 2 Five Guys. There's one out in the Bears Lake. I did a walk there about 2 weeks ago, I think. I'm just picking at this while I'm on here because when I sign off, I'm going to be like going mad on this. We have 2 Five Guys here, and we're getting a Popeyes, but that's going to be out in Bedford, off the highway. I think Godwin was asking me if I've ever been to King of Donair. I used to go to King of Donair. They were the people that put it in Halifax, so the story goes, back in 1973. But the only thing is, I don't like their politics, so I don't support them. Love their fries with mayo. I like any fries with mayo. Like, when I was a kid, when I was 16, my first job was McDonald's. And that's where I learned how to do like the whole little McChicken sauce. And that was before it came in packets. You used to, like, when you worked there, you went back to the kitchen, you just pulled out the little thing and squeezed it out onto your tray. And that's what we used to dip our French fries in. Oh my God, Five Guys is amazing. I always get like the bacon cheeseburger, but I have to get it with the 1 patty. I made the mistake of not getting it with 1 patty because I didn't know. And that thing was freaking huge. And then you ask, oh, my first visit, I got that one and I asked for large fries, not knowing that, you know, they fill up the fry container, but then they throw whatever's left into the bag. I had fries coming out of my arse, literally. We are getting a new pizza cone place on Bathurst. Ooh. Hey, Maroof. This is just going to be probably a short stream. I am eating a Donair. Look, I'm picking on it so it doesn't look as full now as what it was, but I'll show you what I'm having. This bad boy. I don't know where, there is tomatoes somewhere in here underneath the sauce and the cheese and the onion and everything else. It's so good. So it's, oh, hello, Miss Annette. And I think Claudia has to leave, so bye, Claudia M. Mark is doing good. He texted me right before the delivery person called and said that they were downstairs. And he's doing great. His dad's working now with, has a new job doing stuff at the COVID testing places. Maroof, that's going to take me like probably 2 days to eat that. But that's okay, I don't mind. But yeah, he was helping out his grandmother today doing some stuff because she likes to cook, so she was teaching him some things. It is very girthy. It's very, very. So I've just like been picking off little pieces of the shaved meat with the cheese and the sauce. But if you ever get to Halifax, or really anywhere in the Maritime provinces, like all 3 provinces, you'll be able to find Donairs. But the best ones are here in the city. Just hit me up, and we will get Donairs together. And if it dribbles down your face, who cares? That's even better. And you're gonna go through like a ton of napkins. Am I ready for games night tonight? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was off my game last week because I was having a crappy week, so I'm up there. I'm gonna do it. I'm on my first cider of the night. Normally I do have a knife and a fork, so I'm just being pretty good here. I'm just like taking little pieces off here and there and just going through. I'm on my 2nd napkin already. I have a title to redeem. I know I gave up my title last week, but that's okay. I think rap battle, I came in like 3rd or 4th place. That's okay. I don't mind. It humbles people when you get down low. Now it's about time that Johnny got up there. That he got up there in the rankings. Yeah, Jackbox games, those are hilariously fun. They are. The only thing that drives me up the wall is that every week they're like, if you're going to sign in, play the game, don't leave it blank. What do some people do? They just sign in to take up space, and then they go F off someplace. I don't know what they're doing, but they don't play. And it's annoying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a long sleep. I don't know why I slept so good today, but I did. Oh, I remember playing You Don't Know Jack on the computer way back in the 90s. I still remember that. That game was fun. And that's what spawned the whole Jackbox thing, because it's the logo with the bald-headed guy coming out of the box. That's Jack. Do you think of your rap battle lyrics in advance of the game? No. Can you tell? It will say, give me a possessive pronoun. And I'll sit there and try to type something. And then I got to think of a rap. And then I'm looking at the timer and I'm just like, oh crap, I only have like X amount of minutes. I only have like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to come up with a rap and everything. So I got to think of something. It's all on the fly. So, and then, you know, you have to be really careful of what you're saying. Hey, Ramses. It's Donair night in my house. What's my favorite car company? Well, I don't drive, but I do like Mercedes and I like Bentleys. I'm not one for supercars, but I like classy cars. I like the classy kind. Okay, somebody said what? Some of them are pretty damn good. Oh, thanks, me. You're so kind. I have to think of something, and when they say, name a place, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't rhyme with Halifax. That's kind of hard. And everything. And it's funny because ever since I think Johnny did Toronto and Pronto, and I'm like, I know that there's another word that can rhyme with Toronto. That is not Pronto, and I had it at the tip of my tongue. I am a girl of quick wit and slightly naughty tongue. Game night brings out your best. Oh, I had a notification that came up on the phone there. I can be naughty. I mean, y'all know it if you've seen me in Ken's chats. I have too much fun in Ken's chats. Ooh, look at that big blob of cheese on the meat. I mean, you can do like Toronto, you know, and then the next line have something to do with the Lone Ranger in Tonto. I don't know. Halifax rhymes with melting wax. Oh, Whitby dude. I took that in a naughty way with melting wax. Not that I know anything like that. Yes, I saw that the Ken Continuum is probably going to be starting merch soon because his nephew came up with a t-shirt idea for him. So if you have Ken on your Instagram at the K Continuum, he put up a picture of a t-shirt with a really cool logo that his nephew made, and on the back it has his little catchphrase, not the "Hey people," but his other one, the "I will continue." So we can do that and support Kenny. Halifax, straight facts. See, but facts and facts. Oh, Bevie YH said merch won't be happening for a long, long time. Look, I'm stuck at 1,067 or 66. It fluctuates each day, and I've been stuck at that number for the last 2 weeks. No makeup today, Ramses. I know I look scary. Don't look. I was coloring my hair all afternoon. I was coloring the hair all afternoon and ordered supper and everything, so I didn't have time to put makeup on for you guys. And I broke out. See, look. I'm at this point in my life that I still, at my age, look like a teenager. I still get my breakouts. Yeah, you guys see 1.06. I get to see my actual number being 1,066. 66 or 67. Like I said, it fluctuates. When is lockdown ending there? I have no idea. Yesterday we only had 86 new cases, but then today we had 126 new cases. So we're hoping that if we can keep it down into double digits, that, you know, our lockdown will be finished by the end of the month. By the end of the month, hopefully. 18 likes. Of course they're gonna like it. It's Donair. And I'm just like picking it off the thing here. I have teeny tiny little eyes. You can't see. And I just threw my hair up in a clippy. It's the mask acne. It is. It is. And it's starting to get humid down here a little bit, so I find that I will break out because I'm sweating underneath the mask until I get acclimated to the humidity. Ooh, I'm starting to feel that cider. So yeah, this is me au naturel. And I haven't really done anything with my hair today. Mascara, maskne sucks. I thought you said mascara. I mean, the only time I really put makeup on nowadays because of lockdown is when I do a live stream. And I'll put it on for you guys. See what I do for you guys because I love you all. But today, the food came first. Hey, Anthony. Props to the doctors and nurses who have to wear it all. I think they get used to it. That they, you know, they have like a pretty good cleansing regimen and everything. And I have to get out maybe, well, Tuesday, I get paid on Tuesday from the government. And I think I'm going to go probably to like the body shop and pick up some of the tea tree cleansers that they have there. I am drinking Bulwark. It is a Nova Scotia cider, Mike, from here from the Annapolis Valley. It is an apple cider, but we also have it with, today's flavor is a strawberry rhubarb. I am doing great, Anthony. How are you doing? I am doing amazing. You can't even tell that I put like hardly a tiny itty bitty dent in this thing. Take a large bite for us. That will cost you, Richard. If I have to take a bite out of this whole thing, somebody better send me a super chat for that one. Because I will. I will. Desk will be done in 15 minutes. Yes, that's what I'm getting, Godwin. So I think I might have to do curbside pickup at the body shop. Wednesday. Wednesday is my first vaccine, and I'm getting the Pfizer. No ice cream. I can't have ice cream in here with kiddo. Oh my gosh, I'm lucky if I can get like a spoon of it. That kid, oh Mom, there's ice cream in the fridge, in the freezer. And then all of a sudden, it's gone. Hola, Joseph from Colombia. My day was great. My day was great, but no ice cream. It's hard when you have an 18-year-old kid and he has a sweet tooth like me and everything. So the last time I bought it, we have a flavor down here in Nova Scotia by our local dairy, and it's called Utterly Divine. And it's like a vanilla ice cream, and there's like a hard chocolate, like, you know when you dip your ice cream cones at Dairy Queen? Oh, see, look, Mike Landry did. How come that didn't come up on my screen? I have Streamlabs open. Okay, but thank you, Mike Landry. Enjoy the Donair. I will. Okay, see, somebody paid the thing. I will take a bite out of this. Oh, you guys are killing me here. Yeah, this is bad. This is gonna look really bad. It's called Utterly Divine, and it has little itty bitty Reese peanut butter cups inside of it with like chocolate, hard chocolate pieces throughout, and it has like a peanut butter swirl. That's what I meant to say. Okay, look, I gotta grasp this with my hand. This is gonna look so obscene and dirty. If there's any children in the house, leave. Don't watch. Ah. I took a girthy bite. That looked really obscene. I was just like, argh. Yeah, fans, you shouldn't have seen that. That looked... That was an obscene bite. You guys are so bad. Oh, I don't care. Say it now. I'm easygoing in my streams. If you want to say something naughty, go right ahead. Poor fans. You see, I gave you the warning. I gave you the warning, fans. I said, turn your eyes. If you're under 18, turn your eyes. Oh. See, at least I took a bite of my Donair. Have we ever seen Ken take a bite of his burritos? No. See, like a lady, I will always. What am I eating? Oh my God, Ramses, this is what you call a Donair. It's Halifax's official food. It is a pita with a shaved, spicy meat concoction. I'll just take a little piece off of it. See how thin that is? And there's diced onions, diced tomatoes, but the tomatoes are shoved down in the middle. And I put on cheese on mine, because I like cheese. And, and it's all wrapped, oh, and it has like this sweet garlicky sauce. I can't describe like but it's sweet and savory at the same time. So yes, it did. I have small hands. I have like little itty bitty girly hands. I mean, my palms are bigger than my fingers. That's how small my hands are. So yes, I had to hold it with, I asked for mozzarella. They usually do mozzarella. A little bit with the shawarma. Like I know with the shawarma they have like the marinated chicken all like layered up on the spit, and they shave it off too, and then they put in like the pickled turnip and this almost like a garlic mayo. They do down here, it's a garlic mayo. And this one here is like a sweet garlicky sauce with the where it has the condensed milk. And it's on this nice steamed pita. It's similar to a Turkish doner kebab or whatever, but way better. Godwin, I totally enable that. I totally enable you going to Milton. And then you can stream it. Dipped hot dog? Ooh, would that be almost like a pogo? Almost like a corn dog? Yeah, and I know Big S is a teen, but Big S, you're from here. You know what it's like to eat a Donair, don't ya? Yeah. Book the next Air Canada flight real quick. Oh. You'll have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and you won't be able to get into Halifax because our borders are shut. Does Max get a taste of the Donair? He will. He will. I'll give him a little piece. Oh, the Korean barbecue hot dogs, like the ones that I've seen those. Yes. I've seen those on Facebook, like on Facebook Watch, like, and you see like different things. Oh, Max is behind me on the floor. I think Techniques T is. I think she's 19. If not, she's 20. But she's, you know, I think she's 19. I shouldn't say. I shouldn't answer for her. And plus, you know, women, us ladies, we don't tell our ages very much. Ooh, a walking tour of Milton. Yes, do that. I'll put my hair behind my big ears. And Vance just turned 15 the other day. Max is my kitty cat. I have a tuxedo cat, Annette. And he's like my, he's my good boy. Big S, you're 13. I see, you're younger than I thought. I was pegging you about 15. I think you are, Big S. You're my youngest viewer. But that's okay. Be right back. I need a beer. Ha ha ha. Have a cider. I promote drinking fermented apples. Nouvelle! You missed the cycle stream because you were outside. That's cool. You were outside. Did you get caught in the rain? I'm 21, a year older than Tech. Guess what I have, Nouvelle? You missed it. I had to take an obscene, huge bite of a girthy Donair. And I've been picking at it, so I've been like taking off the meat. I'm going to take another bite if that's okay. Oh my god, it's so good. So good. Man, I haven't been 19 since 1993. Got rained on. Oh yeah. I was gonna originally go outside because I had this delivered. I was gonna go out on the patio and do it, but it was just like, no. I know. That's why I made it not so obscene. Maroof, don't worry about that. I'm 47, so I'm at the point now I don't care anymore if people know how old I am. Oh, Mike Drown has a tuxedo cat, and his name is Milo. See, Max? Tuxedo cats are awesome. Oh, he's meowing. Oh. Yeah, see, I gotta get more people on my streams and stuff. I love unpredictable weather. Really? Oh, hold on. I'm trying to do a ladylike burp. Yes, he spoke. Max, Max. Look, I'll give him a piece. What do you say? There you go. There you see, he spoke. He's sometimes I think he's a I think he thinks he's a dog sometimes. Was it a bad idea to give Jenny K a wrench? No, I think she's gonna be fine. You want to see the cat? All right. Let me, you guys can see my, there's my compost bag. Max, Max, say hello, Licky Chops. Say hello, Licky Chops. There's the Max with his big yellow eyes. You want to see your timeout, Johnny? I don't know if that would ever happen. Yeah, okay, just give me a second. Yeah, on the outside and look young on the inside. Oh, he's trying to wedge his way onto the chair with you. Ooh, I gotta block the window because it's gonna do. So that's my little sweet boy Max. I love my Max. My parents had one just like him. Yeah, he's a good boy. He is such a good boy. I'm just checking something here. Close. No. I don't know why Streamlabs didn't, when Mike gave me that $5 for the Donair, it didn't pop up here. So I may have to ask my tech support guy who lives at Yonge and Eglinton. I'm not going to say his name, but he's my tech support guy. I'm going to see what am I doing wrong, because I don't know. I don't need to. Ooh. He deserves more Donair. I'm lucky I shared that little piece with him. Yeah, but you asked for Tara to time you out. Just to see what it was like. To know the experience of what it's like to be timed out. Man, this cider is good. The cat is one of the housemates. He loves hanging out with me. His name is Louie. A little food goes a long way for a little cat. Yeah. Max, he always gets like those little itty bitty cans. Like the little itties. And I can get 2 meals out of that for him. Yeah, I'm Godwin's tech support. And Johnny's my tech support. So if I don't know anything, Godwin, then I'll go to Johnny and say, hey. Hate to bug you. I have yet to say that in an email. I'll be just like, hey, how do I do this? Blah, blah, blah. Then I'll like talk about other stuff and they'll be like, yeah, thanks. Cheers. Can you not just type or post anything for a while? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, Devin. Can't you just not type or post anything for a while? Oh, when you're timed out, yeah, no, you can still see what's going on in the chat, but you're not allowed to, you can't respond and you can't spam or anything like that. It's almost like we sent you to the corner. Look how long my bangs are. That's awesome. My struggle bangs. I'm growing out my bangs. I don't want them anymore. Oh, fans, I can time you out. If you want me to time out, I can time you out. You can see what it's like. And you'll be blocked for 5 minutes. and you'll get to see what it's like. Who? Yeah, I timed him out. He said he wanted to know what it's like, so. We'll see you in a few minutes, fans, but you can still see the chat, but you just can't respond or type anything because it's not going to come up. But you can still see the stream and you can still see what everybody's writing. Cheap cat food from across the water kills pets. I don't know. I just get the small wet tins of it because that's what the vet told me to get. So I'll trust my vet. You forget what it feels like when you're timed out? Well, don't. Well, Fans Buses Gaming had to make up a second account. I'm on to you. On to you. That's why he's on a wet diet, Richard, so he doesn't get stones. My vet, she's like this sweet little old lady who's been doing it probably for about 50 years. And she's still in business. She's like probably in her 80s. And she doesn't even do it now for the money. She just like, you know, if she has to pay for tests and stuff like that, that's what that's what I'll get charged for. Other than that, she's just an animal lover. She doesn't need the money and everything. Has he ever caught a mouse? No, he's an indoor cat. And I don't have any mice in my apartment. Oh, look, Tech is back with her second account. I'm on to you. Okay, should I take another bite out of this? Should I? Should I? No mice for Max. When do you come back? Well, you only get timed out for 5 minutes, hon. Just 5 minutes. It's like Minute Rice with the old commercials with Alice from the Brady Bunch. And it'd be like, 5 minutes. Time you out? Oh, you. Aha. You can still tag those who are shunned to the quiet corner. Man, you know how many times when I was a kid growing up that I had to get sent to the corner? And do you know why I had to get sent to the corner? Just take a guess. Take a guess why I used to get sent to the corner. If you guess right, I will take another big old bite of my Donair. We'll see if you guys can figure it out. It's pretty obvious, but we'll see. It's going to be like Jeopardy. Do, 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 do. Carol Perry says talking back. Nope. Anthony says for being naughty. Nope. Which Brady was the smartest? Cindy. Or speaking in caps lock? Nope. Potty mouth? Nope. Picking your nose? No. Carol's the closest one to it. Gum chewing? No, but I had to put gum on the end of my nose and stand in front of the class for 5 minutes. Annette, ding, 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 you're the winner. Talking too much. For you, Annette? No, I was like a little kid in elementary school getting sent to the corner. I didn't know politics back then. Okay, this is a two-handed thing. Arguing with the teacher. I probably did that too. I used to do that with my Sunday school teacher. When I used to go to Sunday school. Just wanted to... And love your walk-arounds. Just wanted to say hey. Hey, Iman. Iman? All right. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Mmm. Sorry. Bevie's got the death grip on the Donair. I sure do. Maureen McCormick did not marry Ben Stiller. Just saying. Good call, Richard. Take your time. Don't have a choking fit. No, I started to giggle because I was reading the chats and somebody was like saying that I double fisted it, and it made me laugh. Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you guys. Ooh, there's some tomato. Big S. How do you get more subscribers on YouTube? You look really cute. You do the pouty lip and you do this and you go, please subscribe to my channel. Is this Bevie Does Dallas? No, this is Bevie Does Halifax. Oh, no, you do not put lettuce on a Donair. Oh, thank you, Whippy Dude. Have I ever been timed out? No, no. I'm so good. I never get timed out. And a mod can't time out another mod. Just saying. Well, look, I'm already out of my cider. When I first got the Donair, I would say it probably weighed about 3 pounds. Give or take. I don't know, I didn't weigh it, but it felt quite a bit. I probably ate half a pound of that already. Yeah, Halifax has great buildings. I totally agree. Did I time you out back in November? Was it me? I'm sorry. If it was me, it could have been that Action VJ. You know, he gets a little, you know. I don't have Reddit. I don't even know how to use Reddit. Nothing like that. I'll put stuff on my Instagram, and then I'll put up stuff on Facebook. I'll like, if I'm on Facebook, I'll be like, hey, check out my new video, and excuse me, if you haven't yet, hit like and subscribe, you know, come join the lovelies. How much does the domain weigh? I don't know how much a domain. And I have Patreon. I have channel memberships as well. You know, people can like support that way. Oh, Johnny thought it was him. I don't know. Johnny has a bunch of, like there's Gloria who popped into the chat the other night for the first time in forever. Chetna, I haven't seen her in the as a mod for quite some time in his chats. And then Action VJ, myself, and Tech. And I know that there's, I think, another one. Yeah, a Donair, probably, when I got that, it was probably about, like, 3 pounds. It's probably about 2.5 because I've been picking at it. Yeah, Gloria doesn't chat. Like, a lot of, oh, Action. Yeah, what we'll do, like, I mostly, like, on Johnny's streams, if I'm modding, I usually just kind of lurk. I'll pop in and say, hey, everybody at the beginning or something like that. But then I just basically lurk and read everybody's things, and then I try to see if I can beat timing somebody out before Tech does. Eat. I will eat. Don't worry about it. This is enough food to feed a family of 5. Yeah, Action Gloria and me. Yeah, Chetna, she hasn't been in the chats for quite some time. She was his very first mod. She was the first. Gloria and Chetna were the first 2 mods. Oh, and Action Kid is a mod. Ooh. Ooh. I know, I've had so much. I have no idea, fans. I think I've probably had to time you out, and I know I've timed out Jaceel. And I time out a lot of the, well, I don't even, when I see the people who start saying like today, Toronto's a shithole, boom, you're out. I was blocking them from the thing, and tech was like timing them out for 5 minutes, and I was like, screw that. Pape DuPont. That sounds like an intersection in Toronto. But it's not, because I don't think those two don't even go anywhere near each other. Sort of, somewhat, maybe, but tastes way better than a Donair kebab. Hey, emos! I am doing great. I've had a cider already, and I've had like maybe about 1/4, 25% of this big ass Donair. Look how big it was out to here. But I've, you know, I bribed people. I said, if you want to see me eat this thing and double fist it, yeah, I know, I time people out. The moment I start seeing stuff like that, then they come back with different accounts like 2 seconds later, and they're saying the exact same thing. You don't get a timeout, you just automatically. Oh, does that sound like a challenge there, Mr. Nouvelle Écosse? You'll never eat all that. Do you know what Donair I can say that I can honestly, because it's a Dartmouth Donair. Do you ever have Roberts down on Windmill Road in the North End? It's across from the cosmetology school. They, oh my God. This size would have been their small. That would have been their small. So I'm seeing Pape DuPont. Well, I lived on Pape. And I lived at DuPont in Ossington. Actually, just up off of Gary Avenue is where I lived. Back in my younger days. You don't eat red meat. You could probably get it with chicken. No, then that would be a shawarma. What about lamb? Lamb meat? Would you eat lamb or no? How's it like living in Halifax? I like it here. I don't know, there's something about having salt water in your veins, because I lived in Toronto for 2 years, and as much as I love the humidity and the smog, and looking at Lake Ontario when it used to look neon green, and seeing the smoke coming out of the smokestacks across the lake from Hamilton, I don't know. I mean, it was great, but saltwater called me home. The ocean calls you home. You can't not listen to the ocean. When she calls you, you listen. But I love Halifax. Halifax is a small city. You know, you've seen most of it in my videos anyway. It's a small city, but it has like that small town feel to it. It's funny because I did say something, what day? I think it was probably in the video I posted this morning. You know, we have like we have like dreams of like the big cities. It's almost like we have like a budget for like the big box stores or like the big Holt Renfrews and the designer things, but we're on a Walmart budget because nobody around here can afford to live in all the new buildings that keep going up. Oh, how much money? How much money for you to finish the entire thing? Ooh. I'm sounding like I'm a Donair whore. And the parking lot called the 401. And you have the parking lot called the DVP. I remember the DVP. Actually, I knew a drag queen in Toronto. Her name was Dawn Valley Parkway. Dawn, as in D-A-W-N. Openings are in Lunenburg and Truro. Ooh, no. Wait for a closer opening. You never know what may happen. Nouvelle. When did you try to book? Was it Friday when I told you? Because that might have been a little tricky. Wow, I've been talking for an hour. Should I get another cider? I should get another cider. I'm gonna get the blackberry cider. What do you think? The i4. Don't forget all about it. And tried yesterday. Ah, that's probably why, because they're hopefully you'll get it soon. Like my Pfizer is Wednesday. What time did my stream start? An hour and 5 minutes ago. Yes, Godwin, that was her name, Don Valley Parkway. She was a flight attendant actually for Air Canada, and I used to do her wigs. I'll be right back. I'm getting a cider. Into the kitchen I go. I don't need my kitchen light on. That's wasting electricity. Blackberry. I gotta suck my gun in now that you guys can see, like, this part. Oh. Go for it. See? Hi ho, it's off for beer we go. Well, for me, it's hi ho, it's off for cider I go. That's a satisfying sound. Oh no, I already did the kitchen thing at the beginning. Oh, I hate Air Canada. They're rude and they're nasty, and no, you're not flying the friendly skies with Air Canada. I like Porter. Ooh, smooth. I like Porter, and I liked WestJet. And I'm old enough to remember Canadian Airlines. Okay, I gotta take another bite of this, okay? Just hold on just a sec. No obscene jokes. Haha, we're opening twins now. What about Sunwing? Sunwing is just basically direct flights to go to the Caribbean. I took a small bite this time. I remember when KLM used to come into Halifax, and they donated 2 swans to our public gardens. We don't have Ward Air here. Right now, out of Halifax, we get WestJet, Air Canada Jazz. And right now, we're not allowed to have international flights, so we're not going to get any of the American planes coming in, or any of the ones from Europe. I like Porter. I mean, well, granted, the last time I went to Toronto, I did WestJet because they had a better deal at the time. Have I had any awful experience with Avianca? No, I've never flown them, so I can't say. My lip is itchy. Yeah, Porter and WestJet. And I did Air Canada. Air Canada was my very first time on an airplane. And I was, 16, going to Montreal from Halifax to go see New Kids on the Block. 12th row on the floor at Olympic Stadium. It was 1990. And that was Air Canada, and that just kind of, And the first time I flew Canadian Airlines was when I flew to Paris in grade 12. That was my graduation gift from Mom and Dad. We flew Canadian Airlines, my sister and I, from Halifax to Charles de Gaulle. And then I flew Air France going from Paris to Rome, and then we picked up Canadian Airlines after a few days in Rome and flew back. I hear the dog outside in the hallway. My neighbor's dog. My neighbor, his name is Johnny too, and he has a black pit bull, and her name is Cece, and she's just like the best. Oh, I love her. That I have to get some of that Donair stuff in me. You have to. You have to get Donairs, Richard. Take Godwin. See if the one in Milton is pretty good. Yeah, that's what I see. when my sister, my older sister, used to be a travel agent, if I flew with her, I would always get the family friends discount, like the family discount with her. And she always knew how to get us bumped up to business class or first class on the airplane. But she's no longer a travel agent, and I no longer speak to her. So that's another story for another time. Somebody asked me that yesterday, Anthony, and I'm going to go on the assumption that it's a video game. And that is about it. Air Transat, that's mostly like charter flights, charter planes. Yeah, I have sirens in the back. See? Sirens. I don't know how things turned out with Bookish and her little engineer cutie pie that lives next door. Oh, good night, Godwin. Thank you for the Donair. I know I'm not going to be able to eat the whole darn thing, but I'm slowly picking at it, but thank you anyway. Anthony, I'm not really big onto video games. If I'm going to play video games, I usually I'll still play Minecraft with Kiddo, because I still have like this really cool underground city in one of the caverns that I've been building for the last like 5 years. Eddie Chin, I don't think I can. Oh, pardon me, cider burp. I don't think I can finish all that, but that's okay. That's lunch for tomorrow, or breakfast if I'm hungover from having. Well, Kiddo's not going to be here till Wednesday, and it will be kind of nasty by then. Yeah, I think I'm a little too old for Roblox if it's like something that little kids or young teenagers under the age of 15 play. I mean, I started with Minecraft when Mark was 12 because I had to learn the game first to teach him how to play it, because where he's autistic, I have to, if he's going to learn a new game, I learn it first and then teach him. Except for, I really suck at Gran Turismo, and he loves the race car games, and I'm just like, ah. Yeah. Yeah, Minecraft is fun. He doesn't like it when I put it on survival mode, because he does not like those friggin', what is it? Not the creepers and not the zombies. No, it's the zombies. Because if you don't have the iron door on your shelter or whatever, they'll bust down your wooden door and come after you, and it's like, ah. Yeah, survival Minecraft. I'll play that on my own. I don't mind. I like going down and finding like where they have like their little spawning things, and I'll just like get that. And I like finding the secret library. I found the secret library so many freaking times, and I know how to get out of it too. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to use Streamlabs. Did I ever play Candy Crush? I think when it first came out on my phone, I used to do like Farmville and Candy Crush and stuff like that. Yeah, I like making the houses. I like making the cities. I'm from the generation, because I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up with having, well, it was my brother's, but we always played on it anyway. We had the Atari 2600 that you'd have to put your cartridge in. It had like the little square controller with an orange button and a joystick. That's all we had. And we had Pac-Man, we had Pitfall, Asteroid, Space Invaders, Tetris, Pong, Pinball. Ooh, I was addicted to Candy Crush for like 6 months. One of these, look, it would be nice if I can get up to 1.5, but I'm still stuck at 1.067. I've been stuck at that number for the last 2 weeks. Please subscribe if you haven't. I have markup into, I had an ex years and years ago who had a modded Xbox, and he had all the old Super NES games on there. So that's how Mark found out Legend of Zelda and all the Super Mario games and everything like that, and Smash Brothers. So I learned how to play all those too, because I had to learn how to get through Ocarina of Time, because I hate the water temple. You know how long it took me? 3 weeks to clear the water temple in Ocarina of Time? I'm just saying. That thing was a bitch. Sims wasn't a big thing for me, but I can still go back and play Legend of Zelda. I will play Link to the Past. I have Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker. I didn't really care for Wind Waker. And the newer games were okay, but I like the older one. Ocarina of Time will always be my favorite. That will always be my favorite. I love that you say Mario, and Americans say Mario? Mario? Mario. I didn't realize Mario. I've always said it as Mario. It's a me, Mario. I guess. I don't know. You said that perfectly. What does one mine on Minecraft? Oh, it's like a 16-bit thing, and you're digging in like all these blocks and stuff. But if you get so many, like say if you're cutting down trees, you get planks of wood of whatever that tree was. So then you can start building like a house, but you have to have, excuse me, a crafting table. You'll get a crafting table. And because usually when you do your tutorial, they'll teach you how to like get your first couple of items. You get your crafting table, then you can just go from there. It's a fun game because all you're doing is just like hacking away at stuff. Then you can make all your tools first are always going to be made out of wood. Then you can move up to the metals, and then you can get into like all the different ores, because you'll find the different like iron ore, you'll find gold, you can find a whole bunch of different little diamonds. I liked Minecraft. I had fun. Like, I got that for Mark when he turned 12, when on his PlayStation 3. You're 39. You would be you're a millennial, Devin, if you're 39. Because they always said that millennials start at 1980. Johnny will debate and say he's a Gen Xer, but I think he's still a millennial, but he has a lot of Gen X influences because he's right at that cusp. I was born in 74, so I am like smack dab in the middle of Gen X. Like, we're a small generation anyway. I think we started in 64 or 65 and moved our way up. But we're the coolest generation, and we're like, yeah, we're the coolest generation because we're the ones who grew up in, like, our childhoods were in the 80s. Like, we all became like teenagers in the 80s. So we had all those cool TV shows, or like, yeah, it was really cool. We had the best music, best movies. I don't want to be a millennial. See, I don't know when they changed that, because I used to think that millennials always went to like 1985 or 86, but then they keep changing it. But Gen Xers, we were like the first latchkey kids. We were the ones like, we were called the slacker generation. So when people make fun of millennials and say like, oh yeah, you're living in your mom's basement and everything, and I'm like, gee, I remember hearing all that in the mid-90s when I was in my 20s, that we were slackers and living in our parents' basement, we're never going to get a job and everything else, and now we're all in our 40s, starting in our 40s and 50s. And it's like, okay. So when I see all these memes of like millennials and boomers going head to head and stuff, and I'm like, I'm sitting back as a Gen Xer eating the popcorn, watching the comments. Because they forget about us still. We're like the forgotten generation, but yet we're the generation that spawned like the cool shit. You know, we were there before the internet, but we also had the internet. You know, we watched the Berlin Wall fall down. We watched the Bill Clinton scandal as young adults. We went to raves. Hey, Susan. You know, we had like all this cool stuff. According to Google, millennials are 81 to 96. I remember using my sister's cell phone, and I racked up her bill. She had a Motorola flip phone. All I remember is that you had to flip it open and pull the thing out. And I used to talk to my friend Chrissy, who lived down in Vermont, and we used to sit there and talk it. So yeah, see, you're totally Gen X. Gen X was the cool. We had the Brat Pack, okay? We had all those John Hughes films. We had all those. Ferris Bueller belongs to us. So does all the Home Alone movies belong to us. See, the Challenger explosion, I was in grade 6, and it happened during lunch hour. And I was, we were going to watch, because at lunchtime, Wheel of Fortune used to be on. And I remember watching Wheel of Fortune. They had cut it, and they said, "Oh, we're going to watch the Challenger go up." And it was like Krista McCullough, who was like the first school teacher going up. And everybody was like, yeah. And they had like the live stuff for all of her classroom and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, Millennial Susan. Millennial. But it was just, I remember seeing that and going back to school that afternoon. And I'm like, holy frick, what happened at lunchtime? And everybody was talking about it. And we're like, did that really happen? And I remember when 9/11 happened, I was working, it was my day off, because I was working at a hotel at the time. And I was home, and I was watching Good Morning America when it happened. Yes, I remember that. And pagers? Oh yeah, it was a big thing if you had your Motorola pager on your belt, and you could look down, it will be like, oh, Maroof called. And then you can call or go over and, remember payphones? I still remember payphones when they used to be a dime. Then they moved up to a quarter. Yes, I remember all that. Hold on, I'm getting a headache from my hair up. I'm not doing this to do sexy hair. But yes, I am. And I remember, well, see, my son, he's like a Gen Z. But yeah, I remember trying to watch, what was it? Regis and Kelly. I was going to watch, because I was eating breakfast. Okay, come on, it was my breakfast meal. And I still remember Kelly Ripa bawling her eyes out. Then I flipped it over to CNN. And I was watching them, and I was watching my little cutie at the time. He was my crush, was my Anderson Cooper. My silver hair, oh, he's still cute. And watched him as the towers went down behind him. I remember the Iran-Contra affair. I remember, if anybody saw that movie Argo with Ben Affleck, about the hostage situation. Try and find a payphone anymore. I know, like, if you do find them, they're not working. Like, the receiver thing is all gone. Yeah, I still remember Regis and Kathy Lee, but this is when she left, because she was getting all this controversy with sweatshops. Do you remember the sweatshop controversy with with Kathy Lee Gifford? And then Frank was cheating on her at the same time, and she went off and had 2 babies that she couldn't she wouldn't shut up about. It was Cassidy and whatever that kid's name was, her sons. I remember Commodore 64 computers. And you had to take your phone and put it onto the modem so it could pick up the phone signal. And you had a cassette tape as your for your memory. And playing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and Oregon Trail. And it was DOS. See, I remember all those. Yes, cradle modems. Yes. I'm a senior citizen now. Has anybody watched Punky Brewster? Like the whole, like the reboot of it? It is freaking hilarious because she does make reference to growing up in the 80s and all that other stuff, and it's really cool. Kit Kat ice cream is good. Oh my God, yes it is. Any ice cream right now, I'm just like starving for ice cream. I don't have I should have an ice cream fund. Would that be a good idea? Ken has girthy burritos. Johnny has an edible fund. I should have an ice cream fund. I remember those big old... See, okay. Gen Z is awesome. We are outspoken and we get stuff done. Protest last summer was mostly us. Okay. But you know what? You know what? You look back at history and you look at the 90s. We had third wave feminism in the 90s. That was all Gen Xers. Because we saw what our mothers were doing in the 70s, the 60s and the 70s. So that was a Gen X thing. And we had protests. Holy frig, did we ever protest against Wall Street and the G7 summits and everything else. Like, we were the ones who started all this stuff that you guys are now taking credit for. Thank you. Donair drop. I was living in Toronto when I remember being at the Eaton's entrance at Yonge and Dundas when it was still the Eaton store. Eaton's, 7 stories. And seeing the drummers outside on Yonge and Dundas when that used to be sketchy as F on there. Yeah, you think of those as American events, but not world events. But they were world events. I still remember watching the kid at Tiananmen Square in China standing in front of the tank and basically saying, yeah, come, don't fuck with me, you know, basically. He was just like, don't mess with me, you know, and they were protesting against the Communist Party and everything. I still remember watching the Berlin Fall in grade 10. We had good but we also had, you know, new wave music. We had punk. Gen X is a generation of the Ramones and the Sex Pistols. And Bauhaus, all those places. We also started raves. We were the generation when we got into our 20s. We were doing underground raves and doing ecstasy when it was still called ecstasy and not frickin' Molly. What the hell is Molly? I have a friend named Molly. Look, I got flyaways. Playing 45s. Yes. Do you remember Kiss Singles? Kiss Singles. I remember when MTV played music. Their very first music video was the video killed the radio stars. I remember Much Music, the nation's music station, when it used to be Chris Ward, Erica M. Oh my God, what was his name? Steve Anthony. Nope, Steve Anthony came on about a year into it. Yeah, Molly. I had no idea what Molly was for the longest time, and when they were like, "Oh yeah, it's E," and I was like, "Oh, ecstasy." Pff, big whoop. We did that in '95. Not me. I think everybody had a crush on Erica M. Rick the Temp. Rick the Temp came out in the mid-90s because he won a contest. Remember, he used to wear his ball hat backwards, and he had like his little soul patch here and his long hair. I'm just trying to think. Christopher Ward, Erica M, J.D. Roberts, who's John Roberts on CNN, I think, or Fox News. Denise Donlin. Christopher Williams. What was his name? He was like... Because Steve Anthony didn't come in until like a year later. And I always thought that was neat because he had the same name as my brother. Because my brother is Stephen and his middle name is Anthony. And there was no reality shows. And I remember Music Plus out of Montreal. Yeah, I guess bathrooms have always been... I guess kids have always been blowing bathrooms. Exactly. I said that last night in your thing. I still remember... I had a friend of mine who got suspended from school because he was letting off cherry bombs in the bathroom. Speaker's Corner. I remember Speaker's Corner. I remember every year on New Year's on Much Music, Christopher Ward And when Natalie Richard was at Music Plus in Montreal before she moved to Toronto, they used to do Fromage, and it used to be doing all the stuff about the crappiest videos of the year. And then it turned over to Ed the Sock. There's new people in the chat. See, I get on to my rants. See, I did my Bevie's rants. Electric Circus every Friday. Who danced on Electric Circus? Hey. Hey. I was like, I was an Electric Circus girl. I was on it 3 times. Yeah, Ed the Sock. And I loved Ed the Sock. And I remember what day of the week they used to play it. Do you remember RSVP? Requested songs for video play. And you had to send in your creative mail for them to, like, the better and the glittier and the gaudier it was that they would play your video. And I used to always ask for Janet Jackson. I love Janet. I still love Janet Jackson. And I used to do that. Pepsi Power Hour. If you were a metalhead on Thursdays at supper time, you'd watch the Pepsi Power Hour. Coca-Cola Countdown was always on Fridays. Hostess Sneak Previews was Wednesdays. I'm trying to remember the shows that we used to have. Oh, I used to fill the envelope with glitter and everything, and I'd be like, pictures of Janet that I would glue on the construction paper and everything, and I'd be like, can you play Nasty? Can you play, you know, like, what has he done for you lately? All that stuff. Yeah, that was me. You met Savage Garden? Oh, I love them. I love them. They were so good. Paula Abdul and Janet Jackson. Well, Paula Abdul was Janet's choreographer ever since her Control album. Because she used to be she was the choreographer for the Jacksons when they did their Victory Tour in 1984. Ooh. And when she was solo with her first album in 1988 or 89, she was dating Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall at the same time. They were tunnel buddies, let's just say. I'm getting a little tipsy. What was Electric Circus? It was a show. It was a dance show live. And it was all house and techno music. It was like a televised rave at Much Music. And if you were outside on the street, on Queen Street, they would have the doors, like the windows opened. And it was always like Friday night at like what, 10, well, it used to be 10 o'clock. I think 10 o'clock here in Halifax. And I used to work at the Eaton Center, so I used to go up on Friday nights and hang outside. And I was just like, happened to be dancing. Monica Diol came by and she was just like, hey, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Halifax and all that stuff. And she was like, that's really cool and all that stuff. She goes, we don't get that many East Coasters and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah. that's the closest thing I can think of. And they always had DJs. So she grabbed me by the hand and pulled me inside and I got to dance. And I was working at a salon, so I was still dressed to the nines. I had really funky colored hair at the time. So I was just like, whoosh, dancing. And the rule was you never knew when when the commercials were on, so you always had to keep dancing. Always had to keep dancing, and they always had water bottles, and they always had like a great big table filled with like cut up fruits and veggies and stuff like that for people to munch on. It was great, but it was just like hard. It was hard to to keep moving because, you know, you don't even get a chance to sit down. I did take a pee break a couple of times. I had fun when I lived in Toronto. I used to go to the raves in Toronto. I was going to the underground clubs. Like, I hung around with a lot of people at, hit that thumbs up for Bevie. Yes, hit the thumbs up. I remember going down to raves down across from like where the Red Pass Sugar is and that whole area where all these nice little fancy condos were. But there used to be warehouses and empty lots. And just like going there after leaving church in Wellesley, because I pretty much hung out in the village with everybody that I hung out with in Toronto at that time. I was like the fag hag of, sorry if that's demeaning or degrading, but that's what I was known as, of church in Wellesley at that time. Look at my hair. It's all flyaway and staticky because I have no product in it. I remember the government nightclub. I remember going to the first night at Joker's Wild. Does anybody remember Joker's Wild at on Richmond? And I remember going to Oz and the Emerald City. Whiskey a Go-Go. See, I did go to the straight clubs as well as the gay clubs. I did. But the gay clubs were really fun. And I got to learn a lot about myself at that time in my life. I'm just like totally. Did I go to... Yes, I did go to Canada's Wonderland. I remember I was there for the summer of '95. I remember getting a season pass for $56 and thinking that was so expensive. I don't even think you can get in for a day at Canada's Wonderland for say $56 now. And that was the year Top Gun came. That crappy roller coaster. I remember being on the Bat and the Dragonfire, because that was the first time I was ever on a roller coaster that went upside down. Actually, that was the first time ever on a roller coaster, because we don't have any roller coasters down here. So that was like my first time, and I like totally adrenaline. Oh, Pulse would have been awesome. But then some douchewad had to go and ruin it for everybody. But yeah, I remember Canada's Wonderland and sneaking in peanut butter and jam sandwiches because I was too broke to actually buy funnel cakes and whatever else there. So we would like have our contraband peanut butter sandwiches in our purse and just like sneak and eat them. 23 hop. Zellers on the Kingsway. I have a lot of great memories of Toronto. My memories of Toronto were Toronto in the 90s. I know exactly what Toronto in the 90s looked like. So when I'm watching everybody else's videos and see Toronto now, and I'm just like, whew. Calyx, I only ate a quarter of this. It was like to here. Wasn't it, folks? It was this big. Now you want a PB&J. Oh yeah, PB&J. I remember buying my ticket. I still remember when TTC and you had to go to Sherburne Station to get an ID for your monthly pass. Yeah, I'm that old. Did I ever watch Dora and the Lost City of Gold? No, I haven't. Condos are everywhere. It's terrible. Look, I used to, when I worked at the hair salon at Yonge and Eglinton, we used to go down anytime, like after work, right before we were going to go downtown, we would go into the Duke of Kent and always get like drinks. Everybody drank Guinness, and I was always drinking like whatever. Vodka and cranberry was my drink at that time. New Music Nation. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, I bought my first, when I moved out and got my first apartment in Toronto. It was a bachelor off of Gary Avenue. I remember going Honest Ed's. That's where I bought my whole cutlery set and all my dishes and all my glasses. You remember seeing BSB at the Molson Amphitheater and paying I paid 50 cents. Do you know what? BSB is going to be at the Budweiser stage July 1st, 2022. Who wants to go? This girl. Because, you know, I love my boy bands. I know some people, they like the K-pop. I like I like the boy bands. That's my thing. Hey, Godwin, I'm still talking. I'm tipsy. I am tipsy. 50 cents to get on the TTC. All right, Tech. I will see you at games. I have to find my little tiara one of these days. I have a little plastic kid's tiara that I got gifted one time for my birthday years ago. I have to find that because then I can do that. Bare Naked Ladies. See, I wouldn't mind seeing the Bare Naked Ladies. And I really do. I still want to go see the Backstreet because they're not doing Halifax on the DNA tour when they come back after the whole pandemic, which sucks because they always come to Halifax. We were one of their first Canadian cities because we knew about them before the rest of Canada. See you in last place. Oh, am I joining you? Oh, Bevie's tipsy. Bevie's tipsy. I can be your I'm going to be Johnny's warm-up show tonight. Did you listen to 1050 Chum? I can't remember what radio stations. I remember listening to Energy. What was it? Energy 108? 108.5? I think. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. We always had, like, at the hair salon that I worked at Yonge and Eglinton, it was above a falafel shop, which is now Osmo's shawarma. Yeah. Look, my cheeks are getting red. We used to listen to, because my first boss was a drag queen, so we used to listen to like Broadway show tunes, and that totally got me into show tunes and Broadway shows. Or we'd listen to the soundtrack for Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Freaking amazing soundtrack, and a really good movie. Kiss 92 back then. I can't remember, Godwin. I can remember most parts of the 90s in Toronto, but then there's some parts that are a little fuzzy. I can tell you how many. I can't even tell you how many times I used to get sick at the. I know. Well, yeah, it is. It's a 473 mil, but I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking, Devin. I'm a lightweight. But I don't know how many times I ever got sick, puking at on the tracks at Yonge and Bloor. Like in the big part where it's all silver. Yeah, that was like my. Yeah. Priscilla's movie goals is a goal movie storyline. Priscilla was so good. I mean, you had Terrence Stamp, you had Hugo Weaving, and I can never remember the third guy. Oh, wasn't it Guy Pearce? Wasn't it Guy Pearce? And it was such a good thing. The TTC back then was a little bit ghetto. Yeah. Oh, it stunk. Oh, I hated it. Even when I went back in 2008 and I grabbed the TTC from, I think it was from Kipling or Islington, and it was like, ooh, this still smells the same. I don't know, the TTC has like this particular odor to it, and it was just like, ugh. Hi, Tim. I'm making breakfast and listening to you. Where are you at, Tim, if you're having breakfast? You must be down under. Oh, the vomit comet, Susan. I remember the vomit comet. Yeah, I remember going up, like, you know how now when you see the subways and you can just, like, make a beeline from, like, the very last car to the top and just keep on going? I remember trying to open up those doors to go in between the cars. I remember that. Try doing that when you're drunk. I drank so much when I lived up there. Oh, my God. I was 20. This is what you do. 20 to 22, you drank. You drank and you partied. And then when your mother calls you on the weekends to see how you're doing and asks you, oh, I hope you're not staying out past midnight. Oh, no, Mama. Nope, I am not. And I'll be like, I just got home at 5 in the morning. The vomit comet. The number 300 bus on Bloor. Oh, my God. How many times did I ride that bus, Godwin? Oh, and I would do it solo. This is another thing my parents didn't find out about until way later on down the road and stuff, because they always figured that I was like the good girl. Yes, it's called Welcome to Bevie's Memories of Toronto. And they'd be like, I hope you're not going out by yourself. No, Mom, I'm not. The C&E is canceled. I didn't go to the C&E when I was down there, but I worked at the C&E at a women's expo one time, our salon. Excuse me. Hi, Susan Murray. Did you ever go to nightclubs in Gatineau? No. Were they really cool? I remember going up to Montreal for a weekend with a bunch of drag queens for a show on St. Catharines. I don't really remember that that whole trip, but apparently I had fun. Hell, that bus was rough, especially around the Dufferin area. Dufferin used to be Sketchville. When I lived with my roommate Paul, he was another drag queen. We lived on St. Clarence, right up 2 blocks from Lansdowne Station, like around the Lansdowne Wallace Avenue. But it was the street over at St. Clarence. And I still remember where the bargain store is at the corner of Lansdowne and Bloor. That used to be a bingo hall, and there used to be a bunch of hookers outside and drug dealers. And I learned how to walk fast. Granted, usually by the time I got off the subway, I had to pee real bad anyway, so I made a hightailed it back home so I could go pee. Pure crackdown back in the 90s. Oh my God, it was. Most of my memories are very wholesome. Your first trips were with youth group for church. Oh, I remember doing. Yes, fans, I will see you later tonight if Stumbles, if he does it. Look at me, I'm just like playing around with my hair. But the color turned out good, didn't it? Would you say the color turned out good? I remember somebody said something about my hair being too dark at the roots. So 17, walked home from King and Dufferin. I was being followed. Yeah. I used to keep my keys between my fingers, and I still kind of do that nowadays because people think where I live here in Halifax is kind of sketch. But I'm just like, Halifax has nothing sketchy compared to what I frickin' saw in Toronto. But yeah. Oh, where are you from? Tim is from Russia. I don't know too much Russian. I know how to say no, which is niet. And I know how to say das vidanya, which is what, thank you. And vodka. Vodka is... I remember saying your hair looks amazing. Oh, Devin, I love you. Yeah, I had to do the roots. You know, I don't want to look my age, so I didn't want to see the gray. That is really cool that Tim is from Russia. I've never had a Russian on here before that I know of. That's awesome. If I had vodka, Tim, I would totally take a shot for you. And it wouldn't be the crappy stuff either. It'd be the good stuff. Whitby dude. Is Gottingen still sketchy? It's freaking hipsterville here now. It's all vegan hipsters. Like, if they're going to attack you, it's going to be with a baguette bread from the French bakery next to the charcuterie place. Hello in Russia is privet. Is that how you say it? Privet? My first junior high crush lives in Moscow, working for PricewaterhouseCoopers. I was in love with this person all through like grade 6, grade 7, grade 8. And I was like, oh, and now they're in Russia, married, children. Still cute. Yeah, Dufferin was sketchy in the 90s. I remember, what mall is it? Was it the Galleria? I remember going to the Galleria. I think it was the Galleria. Because it had Zellers, and that's where I bought my first TV. And my first TV in my little apartment off Gary Avenue was Privé. Privet? Okay, you guys are giving me two different thingies. But I remember going to a Zellers. Is that Zellers that used to be at the Galleria? Is that where it was? But I bought my first TV in my little basement apartment, and it was a 13-inch Magnavox, and it had the VCR. A VCR. Cassette tapes at the bottom. Okay, so it was the Galleria. Yeah, my mom and my sister came up during what would have been March break. And because I remember we went down to the St. Patrick's Day parade that was on Queen Street. God, when I know better. But yeah, we that's where I bought my first television. And it was like $99 at Zellers on sale, and I thought that was like so expensive. Remember the Dufferin Mall? I remember the Dufferin Mall because Walmart was like 2 levels, and you had like this little ramp that your shopping carts would stick to it until you got to the top. Exactly. Woohoo! Federal tax return got accepted. Woo. Yay, Devin. I am gonna drink for you. Look, I'm getting blotchy. See the blotchiness? I'm not gonna pull down my shirt. Guys. Ula? Is that your name, Ula? or Eula. Hey, Slot Ranger. You missed it. I had a Donair earlier, but that's okay. I have 3/4 of it left because I'm full already. But it was massively huge. This is probably about the size of a medium Donair now. It's only 4 hours left for everybody in America to do their taxes. On the 16th? I thought your taxes were always due on the 15th. Oh, the Dufferin Mall was totally it was sketch. I remember the first time I ever had Jamaican jerk patties was at the subway station at Bathurst and Bloor. At Bathurst Station, I'd get off. Not that type of getting off. I would get off and get my patty, and that would be like my little snack, and then go across the street and go to Honest Ed's. You used to live at Christie and DuPont. Oh, you weren't too far from where I used to live. Wow, Carol, that's an awesome return. That's pretty darn good. A sub sandwich? What, the jerk patty? It was like this Jamaican food. And it had like the chicken inside, like this, like, I don't know, it looked like a spicy version of a Hot Pocket, but it was filled with like Caribbean meat. Someone tried to rob me at the bus stop at Dufferin Mall. What? That is crazy. A Liz from Doha. I have no idea where that is, and usually I'm pretty good at with my geography. I'm getting a whole lot of new people tonight. Oh, Ulakuda is both acronyms. And Eliz, how are you all in Nova Scotia? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Our numbers were starting to go down, and they just kind of had a little bump today, but other than that, it's great. Oh, Devin's got to go change a light bulb. That's okay. You go change a light bulb. They cleaned up the Dufferin Mall. It's pretty good. Didn't Ken do a video where he went to the Dufferin Mall not that long ago? Ah, Qatar near Dubai. Ooh, nice. Probably nice and warm over there. Dubai is on a bucket list. When I win my lotto, I'm going. I threw my groceries at him and pretended to know Kung Fu when he ran off. That is hilarious. I love that. That rocks, man. That rocks. Yeah, because all you have to do is go, ah, and make the noises, and then they'll be like, oh shit. I picked the wrong person. Yorkdale is very high end. See, I remember Aquamarine Life. Yorkdale, when I used to go, because I worked at the Eaton Center at one time, I used to have to go, I would always go up to Yorkdale, and it wasn't as shishi poo poo as it is right now. Real name is Low. Very nice. But I do remember Low and Jorge. Jorge or George? But I remember when Yorkdale was just like a regular old mall. Like a regular mall. It wasn't as shishi poo poo as it is. There was no Holt Renfrew. And yeah. And none of the designer stores that there is now. Shishi poo poo is my word for saying like uber expensive and designer. You don't know any martial arts, but oh no, my gimbal died. See, this is what happens, Godwin, when you don't charge up your gimbal. The Rainforest Cafe, I remember that. Okay, gimbal down. Does anybody remember when Eastside Mario's used to be at the Eaton Center? Anybody? I remember that. Mr. Green Jeans. I'm holding it. Both are fine. Okay, good. That was me yesterday. Yeah. It's drunk like me. Well, it's drunk and I'm tipsy. Look how red my cheeks got, man. My eyes probably look like 2 pea holes in the snow. Don't look at the pimples on my chin. Eastside Mario's on Front Street. I remember going to Jack Astor's at the patio on Front Street, but I do remember when Eastside Mario's was in the Eaton Center. And Mr. Green Jeans was up there. The only thing I have closed is... Ooh, the only thing you have is walking into a bar and being immediately assaulted? Wow. Well, I remember... I'm holding my gimbal if it's wibbly wobbly. I remember Movenpick, yes. No, Movenpick's not in the Eaton Center, and it's not even on Yonge Street anymore. I remember going there when I worked for Trade Secrets, when it used to be down in front of the fountain where MAC Cosmetics is now, I think, if MAC is still down by the fountain. I remember going down on my lunch and getting Movenpick at Marché. And yeah, Green Jeans. Oh, that needs to come back. I used to go out on the, they used to have like the deck outside and used to be overlooking Trinity Square. And I still remember the food court that used to be down underneath Eaton's department store, and that's where Arby's was, and it was the sketchier of the 2 food courts at the Eaton Center. But I used to go there just for Arby's. $8 for soup. I believe it. We don't have Cheesecake Factory here. You can go to like Booster Juice, I think, on Spring Garden Road, and they'll have like Bye, Maroof. I'll see you tonight on Stumbles. Yeah, Cheesecake Factory. I think it's at... No, it's at Freshly Squeezed on Spring Garden Road. That's what it is. And they sell Cheesecake Factory desserts. But I've never had it because I don't trust it. Oh, you forgot to put your salt in your eggs. No, you're fine, Tim. That made total sense. That made total sense. You forgot to put... You were listening to me. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I'm bumping around here. You're listening to me and you forgot to put the salt in your fried eggs. I've done that. I've done that. I forgot to put like pepper one time in my eggs. You know how boring that was? Holy crap. I've been talking for 2 hours. I just looked at the time. What time? It's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Atlantic. 8 o'clock Eastern. I know, and I'm not even walking. Spiral fries. Yes. Don't let Bevie distract you from breakfast. Go eat your breakfast, Tim. I'll have breakfast tomorrow. I'll probably do up eggs. I'll do eggs with some avocado and maybe some bacon. Oh, it's 5 p.m. in Washington. Yes, because you're 4 hours behind me. Where at it, like Washington State, are you at? Are you anywhere like near like Seattle? Second Cup. I remember when Second Cup was everywhere, like what Starbucks is. I remember when McDonald's opened. I was there when McDonald's opened, where Harry Rosen is now, next to the bridge. And the floor underneath of it used to be a museum shop, the museum store. Near Olympia. Ooh. 3 Below at Eaton's. See, I still remember when Eaton's was like 7 stories. It was a big store. Then when Sears took over, I think they went down to what, 3 floors? I think 3 or 4. McDonald's pizza. Ugh, that was nasty. That looked like it had birdseed on the bottom of the crust. Okay, I'm gonna take the phone out of the gimbal. Hold on. There's my ceiling. There. I'll hold you this way. I didn't mind Sears. My poor little gimbal died. Now it's Nordstrom. I wish we had Nordstrom's down here. We only have like one really like major department store, and that's the Bay, and it's over at Micmac Mall in at Micmac Mall. Oh, McDLT. I remember McDLT. You got the hot side hot and the cool side cool, and they had them separated, and you had to like put it together yourself. Yeah, I'm really old. I still remember when it was George Costanza that did the commercial for that one. You were just a little ahead of us for sunset. You got your Nano from Sears and it had a Hello Kitty. Oh, that was Kiddo that just texted me if you heard the little ICQ tone. He liked that tone, so I put it on for his texting. Did you ever go to France on college? I never did. I never did. It was like one of those things, yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. And then I moved. I remember the night before I moved home, because Mom and Dad were coming up to get me in the car, I remember going out with my friend Cheryl and her wife, MJ, and going to, it is the ICQ chat noise. I remember going to Sneaky D's and we listened to a couple bands play, and we had vegetarian nachos. And I remember grabbing the bus or the subway at Bathurst and heading home. And everything was all packed up, so I missed it. Like when Mom and Dad came, but when they were still driving up to Toronto, I remember my last day in Toronto was basically on the waterfront, and that's when the waterfront was like half the size of what it is now. Oh, I never went to France. I kicked myself, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get there, before they all go. I do have a lot of, great memories of Toronto. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, my son, I think, who was it? Johnny was talking about one night about ICQ, because we were talking, and he was like, he was talking about his numbers or something, and he still remembered what it was. And I don't remember mine, but I just remember it was 4 digits long, because it was like, when it was first new was when I signed up. And Mark, he wanted to hear what the sound like, and he goes, can I have that for my text messaging? So now he has the whole ow, ow. It used to be a fart sound, so he upgraded. Look, my hair is like all fly away, and it doesn't help when I'm playing with it. I found like a free download for it. I found a free download. Yeah, he had a fart sound. They call it squeeze on the Galaxy, but it sounds like a fart. It goes. Yours was like 10 digits. Oh my gosh. I got my ICQ, I think, in 98. Hey, Deborah Ball. I don't know where I found it, Susan. Actually, I just Googled in like ICQ ringtone or something, and it came up with a free download, and I just threw it onto my phone. Oh, iPhone, you can't really, I don't think you can. I don't know. I haven't had an iPhone now since November. 1st of November was when I got my Android. Sorry if my camera's wobbly. I'm holding it in my hand. Yeah, my last iPhone that I had was a 6S. And the only reason I scrapped it for this phone, because I love my Apple. I really do. I couldn't afford to get like a newer updated one. But yet, what do I get? This one. But this one had a better battery. It kept sucking the juice out of it. I could never get it. Like, my charge would last maybe 3 hours at the most. Donair, going into the fridge. Come with me to the fridge. Oh, crick crack. I'm old. We're going into my dark kitchen. Sorry about this. I have a curtain behind me to divide the kitchen. There. It's okay, Bev. Get something to wedge it into the desk so you don't get tired holding. Oh, I won't get tired holding it. Let's go to the living room, because that's a more comfortable chair. I know it's a little dark. I'll throw on a light in a second. Oh, I'm kind of like wibbly wobbly when I walk. That's the cider getting to me. Fridge tour. Oh, no. Has anybody ever been to the Poop Cafe? I don't think I'd ever want to go to the Poop Cafe. Ew. Ew. Oh, that's my planner behind me. uploading to, and then watching like 3 gigs of me. I forget how much my video I posted this morning, that seemed to take forever, but I find if it's over a certain time length, it takes forever to, if it's over a half an hour, it takes forever to upload to YouTube. There. Look at this. I'm just like slobbing around on my couch. This looks like a Home Alone show. I am home alone. It's just me and the Max. Oh yes, let's show you Max. You gotta see the cutie. There's the Max. See, he's on his chair. And that's where I was over there in my dead gimbal. I should go plug that in. Let's go plug that in. That's my... I love that my TV will shut off after a bit. I am such a slob. So there's the gimbal who's drunk. Go home, gimbal. You're drunk. Let's plug her in. I have like a little charging dock. See, that's my old phone right there. Kiddo is at his dad's, Big S. I get him back on Wednesday, but I'm gonna see him tomorrow because he's gonna go and get his second vaccination. Bye, Susan. There's Max. Am I gonna get Max a girlfriend? Godwin, I am my cat's girlfriend. He's the only man in my life right now, okay? Somebody said E.T. That is my E.T. that I got when I was 8 years old. Got that for Christmas, 1982. And I still have them. See? The joys of being single is that my cat friend. For now, I'm going to turn into one of those people. Hold on. Any high school yearbooks to No. Never. Ever. Yes, that's my popcorn bowl, that red bowl that you saw. Scary nose on E.T.? No, it just looks like a little miniature version. A cat girlfriend. No, he's fixed. He has no balls. He's been snip, snip. He is like a medic's mind. He's a sun-kissed. He's all the juice but no seeds. Or just really no balls. All right, Tim, have a good night, a good day. I'm saying good night. Have a great day. Stay safe wherever you are in Russia. What is it? I don't know how to say goodbye, I don't think. But yeah. Poor Max. Poor Max. I don't want him fathering a whole bunch of little kittens. No. Spreading his seed around town. Your dog is fixed and he still humps. It happens. Jeez. Just like men, they get fixed, they still hump, don't they? Have a great day, Tim. Thank you for coming in. I hope your eggs were good and that you did manage to get some salt in them. Yeah, no, my arm's not tired. Yeah, I'm a little tipsy. Doesn't take much for me to get tipsy. I don't drink very often, so when I do, I get lively. I'm just warming up. You wait for me in games night later. Have a good night, Eddie Chin. I will see you later. Be in the games. I'm like the Strides warm-up show. Some people do and some people don't. Media monitor. It's a pandemic. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot. Oh God, when you're too kind. Okay, Big S. Sorry if I got a little adult content on you here. Godwin says, my streams are the best and they're pure entertainment. I try. See? It's true, Slot Ranger, just when you think you're going to be safe. Mm-hmm. See? Not quite for me that long, Devin, but I know what you mean. Hey, Allie, how are you? Okay, we need to know, Allie. Allie, how is it with the neighbor? We need to know. We were all wondering what's going on with you and the neighbor boy. All right, Anthony, I'll see you later on in the Stumble stream. See, with me, you always get the education of Big S on Bevie, YH said. It's the same. See, I always try to liven things. I try to liven things up in the chat too because, you know. And it's funny because there's sometimes, like, even in Ken's chats, I'll say something and he'll just, like, I know when he's reading it because he'll start to chuckle to himself, and sometimes he'll read it out loud. Excuse me. And sometimes he won't. I gotta get those same reactions out of Mr. Strides, man. We gotta loosen that boy up. Do I have to start flirting with him? I'd scare him off. I probably would. So I won't. So Johnny, if you're watching, I won't scare you off, I promise. Fingers are crossed. Allie thinks that the dudette is Ken's sister after his IG post. Was that the, with the t-shirt that his nephew designed? And it's bedtime. Godwin, why are you going to bed so early? It's like 8 o'clock in Toronto. Harmless flirting can be healthy. It can be. It can be. I don't want to come off as like every other thirsty girl that comes in his chats. Man, it's like you're fighting off those girls and they're like, oh, you need a woman in your life. I'll come over and cook for you. Or he'll post something on Instagram and they're like, well, you didn't come over to see me. No. No, I don't care that he makes smoothies. I am the lazy person, okay? When Mark's not here, I'm eating peanut butter sandwiches and cereal and microwave popcorn. I see that with the Action Kid. Every time he has like a friend who's a female, regardless if they say they're married to somebody else or they could be related to him or whatever, and they're like, oh, you guys make such a cute couple. And he's like, we're not a couple. Or he'll just ignore it. And I'm just like, oh. I can just imagine if I ever had to, like, if I was ever doing that to Johnny, if I ever flirted with him once, or I think I may have a couple of times in the early days. But you should know, Val. Do it. Do it. It'd be like, all the, you know, they get territorial over him. And I'm just like, really? I mean, he's cute as a button and all that, but, you know, even with the bowl cut, he's still cute as a button, but, you know, it's just cute that yeah. I should do how do you do non-thirsty? This is me, Devin. I always come off as thirsty. I have to think of, like, a G-rated, elementary school style friendly, flirting type of thing. I can say, I think you're really cute. I was about to bring my friend along to get a Donair and do a stream. Now I'm having second thought. No, go get it. Go get the Donair, Godwin, and tell me what that place is like out in Milton. The shade. Nouvelle, would I throw shade? Would I throw shade? Never. Never would I do that. Oh, there's a few people. There's a few people that you see. I remember that, Allie. I remember that. I think I told him one time, I think it was like last summer or something like that when he was first starting to stream. And it was like one of the first times I ever saw him stream. And I saw a face reveal and I was like, holy I said, you got like the prettiest eyes I've ever seen. Holy moly, those are pretty. Because they are. They're nice eyes. I have a thing for eyes and bums. You gotta have pretty eyes and you gotta have a nice butt. If you bring her, people will think you're a couple. I don't think so. Oh, she still does Nouvelle. Bring your friend, Godwin. Nobody's going to think that you guys are a couple. The smile does it. How do people flirt in Halifax? How do people flirt in Halifax? I don't know. It's been a while. You never know on the streams. How do we flirt in Halifax? Nice boots? Wanna... I don't know. Hey, I like your shirt. It would look nicer on my floor. Things like that. Oh, can you imagine if I ever said that to, just do the harmless flirting. Look at this. I look like shit tonight. I am in no mood to flirt tonight. Hold on. I am just... Yeah, no, he has the, he has the same color hair as Kiddo does, right? Oh yeah, I've done the whole thing, like, want to quarantine together? I've had that as, like, stupid messages on Tinder. Yeah, I did the Tinder thing for a while, and it was just like, oh man, this is cheesy. Okay, you want to talk about something benign? Talk about something going on. Maybe compliment something, and not get too serious. Yeah, I am so off my flirting game. I am so off. I am good at flirting with people that are unavailable. Like, I can sit there and just, like, go on with Ken about girthy falafels and balls. It's just the way I think. Because falafels have the chickpea balls. You know? I like big balls. My cousins take classes at university to date? Wow. LOL, that's not flirting for me. Oh, I can get raunchy when I flirt sometimes, but... Just came back to say hi, then I'm gonna pop... Then you popped up in my recommended. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's been a while since I've ever flirted with people, and it's just like, then the last... I think the last guy that I ever flirted with, oh my god, it was horrible. I was like flirting up a storm, doing like the eyes. I had the makeup on. I was like, you know, and they were batting for the other team. And I was just like, my radar is so off. Oh my god. Would you be happy living in the country 10 miles from a store, or do you like the city? I've done both. I've lived in the country. I've lived the bucolic life. Not on really that much on a farm, but I'm from a rural area. But I like the city. Oh, Med, you're just getting brownie points from me. Ugh, my back is itchy. You know what, Allie? I used to, my radar was pretty darn good. My radar used to be really good, and I don't know what's happening now. I remember I have a friend, I'm not going to say his name. I'll say his name is David. And I used to work with him, and I was like, oh, you're so cute. And stuff. And then he goes, yeah, I'm a gold star. And I'm like, oh, really? Don't tell me that. 98% of women I end up flirting with turn to be unavailable. Yeah. I do that. I always fall for people, guys and girls, that are always the unattainable, and I'm just like, for F's sake, come on. Throw me a bone, universe. Come on. No, not that type of a bone, but you know what I mean. Look at this. I am like, I got to keep my bangs on my forehead because I ended up breaking out yesterday on that. Sweating, man. Don't wear ball hats. Girls wearing ball hats when you're out filming a video, you start sweating and you get like little pimples on your forehead. See, I flirt with everybody. I'll flirt with everybody. I don't care. That's me throwing out the line and seeing if anybody's going to grab. Nouvelle, I totally dare you to... I dare you. Tonight. I dare ya. If you're still in the chat. I need a yellow toque. No, I need the yellow toque. The yellow toque. I said that when he first got it. I was like, I want your toque. And I think he just wore that out of spite. I think because he knows that I wanted that yellow toque. So I'm just like, it was out of spite, man. Out of spite. I'm on to him. You wait. I will get that yellow toque one of these days. I don't know when, but I'll get it. See, Devin, I find those girls around here are really not my type. You know, I don't know. I like the girly girls. Well, Susan has dibs on his Korean books. Well, I got dibs on the yellow toque. She can have the books. I have no, you know, I don't know. I mean, we do have a large Korean population down here now. But no, she can have the books. I'll take the toque. If not, I'll take his, like, what is it? Bruce Campbell. Oh, frig. I know it is Evil Dead. That was the first movie. What was the one that he had? I'll take those. I'll take those. I can't even think of the movie because I've seen it like 50 million times, Bruce Campbell. Oh. I know exactly. Yes, thank you. I will steal the Army of Darkness. What is that notification that I just got? Let's take a peek. Burn Nose. Do you remember when he used to be on Xena? And Ted Raimi was on it, because, you know, it was all done by the Raimis. Like, when they did the Evil Dead, the first movie, I remember my older brother, sorry. My older brother and sister used to say, oh my God, that movie was so scary, because they're older than me, right? So they watched it in when they were in their early 20s, and they said it was the scariest movie ever. I watched it and laughed my ass off at it. Then I watched, hold on, you're coming with me to my room. Hold on. Why is my light on in my... Sorry. I am looking for my iPad. Where's my iPad? Edward Herman? You met Edward Herman? Who has dibs on his Walking Man Dude mug? Yeah, you guys are in my room for a second. I was thinking sorry, I turned out the light and you guys are all, I'm in the dark. No, I got a notification that I missed. Ooh, Devin, I like you. Ma'am, don't call me ma'am, I'm not that old. Do I look my age? I'm too frickin' hot to be 47. I could be like that Mrs. Robinson type girl. Yes, you're coming. You guys all came to my bedroom with me. Yeah, Ed Herman. See, I do remember him from Gilmore Girls, but he will always be the head vampire in the Lost Boys. Hey, Great Canadian Raging Cajun. Anthony would say I look 20. Well, aren't you nice? Alright, what do I have here? I kept getting notifications. Oh, my Uber receipts Or my Donair, the receipt went through. What do I have on Instagram? Ed was also Roosevelt in Annie. I didn't think that was him in Annie. What Annie are you talking about? Are you talking about Annie with Albert Finney and Anne Reinking, Carol Burnett, Tim Curry, 1982? Or are you talking about the newer one? What do I have on YouTube here? I'm seeing things on... I am doing great, the Raging Cajun. Oh, I'm gonna so have to change up that thumbnail picture for me. That is a horrible picture. Way cool, guys. Mostly when I say I met Edward Herman, most Americans say who. Look, he'll always be the head vampire who was in The Lost Boys. Because he was, you know, he was dating the mother. My childhood friend's grandson was murdered. Oh, no. Where at? Where at the great Canadian Raging Cajun? I'm just going to check something here. Okay, sorry about that. I remember the guy, Bevie. Are you subscribed to Johnny? Yes, I am subscribed to Johnny. He puts up with my nagging and the annoying emails like 2 and 3 times, maybe sometimes 4 times a week on Patreon. Yes, I do subscribe to him. But yes. Oh, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Johnny and Ken are like the brothers. They're like my other brothers, because I do have one brother. Yeah, because Ken's only like a couple months older than my actual brother. And then I can see Johnny being like a little brother, kind of, sort of. He's 6 and a couple months younger than me. 6 years and a couple months younger than me. Holy crap, I've been talking to you guys for the last 2.5 hours. Down by the Peace Pavilion. Oh, the one in Dartmouth that happened the other night. No way. I think they did get the 3 guys, didn't they? Let me looky. My only sister was born a year before me. My only sister was born 5.5 years before me. And my brother is 4 years older than me. And then I'm the baby of the family. I'm the baby. And it's funny because my mom will still always say, "This is my baby." When, like, if we're out together and she meets up with somebody and they're like, "This isn't Beverly, is it?" And she's like, "This is my baby." I'm 47 years old. Can I still be somebody's baby? What is this? I don't have any little siblings. I always wanted to have a little sibling, but then I realized, hey, perfection. Perfection with me. That was a really goofy selfie. Oh, Raging Cajun, let me check this out. Dartmouth. Yeah, they did charge. Let me see here. Yeah, that was big news because I can see the Peace Pavilion from my balcony. So I'm like, I remember looking and seeing like all the lights because they shut down Alderney and Dartmouth Cove area where I've streamed before. and that whole, like, all around Alderney. They have charged 23-year-old, some Justin guy, and some... They charged him with second-degree murder. Oh, Raging Cajun, I am so sorry. I don't go over to Dartmouth now, but just because they're telling us to stay in the areas. And I'm just, like, kind of on the, like, I'm iffy going over to Dartmouth because I don't want to get done. Yeah. Yeah, that was for Tyler. I am so sorry that you lost Tyler. They weren't very old. They were still in their prime. Oh. I know. Fuck this pandemic. I know, because I remember when my son's grandfather died. And it was just, even though that was in September and we weren't in lockdown and stuff, it's just, it's hard. And right now they're saying, like, for funerals, you know, you have to, like, you can't really. Yeah, they said he was 22 for Tyler. Tyler Michael Boyd, was it Algie or Algie? Because it's Algee. I want to say Algie. Yeah, and they said he was 22. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Raging Cajun. I'm so sorry. Because really, we don't get a whole lot of crime down here, especially like homicides or anything like that. So when it happens, it happens. Like we all feel it. Like we all just, you know, I'm so sorry. Like it. I mean, I knew people from last year at the Portapic massacre. Like, I knew people that were killed in that. And, you know, like, that's where the whole Nova Scotia Strong slogan came up out of. You know, like, anything like this that happens, like, we all feel it down here. Like, we're a small province, but we're one great big huge community. Yeah. Where do you live now, Raging Cajun? Are you, like, just, I'm going by your name, so I'm thinking that you're down in the States. Yeah, you're Scotian. You got the ocean in your blood. We all do. Oh, you're up in Ottawa. Yeah, and it's hard because right now with restrictions, you can't come into the province. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then Anthony said his mom's mom passed away in 2017. Yeah, like, Allie, we don't get many, like, shootings or anything up here. Like, especially in Halifax, like, no, like, you'll get some altercations. People, like, fisticuffs, like, you know, fist fights and stuff like that. If there is shootings and stuff, it's usually never really, like, fatal or life-threatening or anything like that. You know? Frig. Yeah, my son's grandfather died at the end of September, and they had to wait at least 2 weeks before they could do a funeral. And it was, and that was because his stepson came down from Toronto and quarantined for 2 weeks. His daughter came down from BC, but she didn't quarantine, so basically what she had to do was be in another room from everybody else at the funeral with her partner, and they wore masks, and they weren't allowed to socialize with anybody. Basically, the place where she was socializing, she could come out onto the balcony and talk to people out in the yard. That's how they kept her socially distant from everybody. And Mark went up for the funeral because they were only allowing immediate family. So my ex, Mark's dad, and Mark went up, and his Uncle Paul from Toronto, who just moved out into just past Victoria Park into Scarborough. They're right down near the beaches. He came up, and Mark's grandmother, and that was about it, and a couple other people that were on the family side, like brothers and sisters. Yeah, like it's hard because like when we get like something like a major crime like that, it freaks us out because it doesn't happen down here. It's just like, you know. I mean, everybody thinks where I live in the North End that I'm like near. They always say, "Oh, you're near a sketchy area," and I was like, "Why is it sketchy? Why is it sketchy? Because the neighborhood I live in is predominantly black. Like, frig off with your stupid racism, like your systematic racism. Not everybody who is a person of color is going to be a criminal or a drug dealer or anything like that. Mark went to school with all the kids in that neighborhood, and I'm sick and tired of people like stereotyping and saying that I live in a high crime area, because I don't. It's all families. I know them all. I know all the kids that Mark grew up with, and it's just like, they're like, "Oh, there's always shootings down there," and I'm like, "No, there's not. No." Hey, Bernardo, I'm not going to be too much longer because apparently somebody's going to be streaming pretty darn soon, so. Yeah, I don't watch the news anymore. If I'm going to be like, even when I'm online, like when I go onto Facebook and stuff, like, yes, I still have Facebook. I like the baby goats. The baby goats jumping around in their pajamas. I love those videos. Or anything about rescue dogs or baby kittens or anything like that. Like, that's what gets me. Like, those are the stories that I will watch on Facebook. So if anybody has me on Facebook, that's what I like. And I'll watch cooking ones. I'll watch like a bunch of recipe ones. I do get annoyed at those ones. You'll see the recipe and they'll be like, "Oh, let me tell you about the time my great-grandfather shot off his own foot by accident." And you're like scrolling through and you're like, "I just want the recipe." Oh, I have TikTok. What do you think? Where do you think, Anthony, that I got that? If I have to, like, something goes wrong on my stream, I'll be like, "Oh no. Oh no." Yeah, that's from TikTok. No, you haven't, because there's not a whole lot of, really, there isn't a whole lot of, like, sketchy areas, and, I've pretty much covered most of the neighborhoods in Halifax. Like, I know there's a few that I haven't, but yeah. I mean, I live down, like, if Nouvelle's still in the chat, Godwin would probably know the area that I'm at. I'm near what they call Uniacke. I'm down near Uniacke. I'm in the North End. I'm off Gottingen Street. Like I said, Gottingen Street got totally taken over by vegan hipsters with their fuzzy beards and their little toques and plaid and their flannel and their hoity-toity shishi-poo-poo lattes. And it's like, if they're going to attack you, they're going to take a baguette from the French bakery up there on Gottingen and Cornwallis. Or they might hit you with Vandal or Fortune donuts. Yeah, we had protests here yesterday too, and they all got fined from the police, even though everybody was in their cars doing the same thing that they did in Toronto. Do I know Richie Valens? Not personally, because he died back in 1958 on February 4th, along with Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper. But I know who Richie Valens is, yes. There was a movie I watched when I was in grade 7 that was called La Bamba with Lou Diamond Phillips. Spirit of the West had a song about Gottingen Street. Oh, did they? That's pretty cool. I know Bare Naked Ladies trashed our city in their song Hello City that came off Gordon. Sorry. I'm still holding on to my... You know what? Let's just move this hair over. Okay. Yeah, I try not to watch it, but yeah, like they had the protests yesterday, they were just driving like they did in Toronto. They had the cars and there were people. But yet the police said, oh, well. Ozzy, oh my goodness, thank you. Ozzy Johnson, $13.99 super chat. Thanks for the stream, Bevie. Have a great night. Thank you, Ozzy. I didn't even know you were in here because you were lurking. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. That is really, really kind of you. You let Alexa read you the news. I don't have an Alexa. I think you can make Alexa do fart noises, can't you? I think you can. That is awesome. Thank you, Ozzy. I'm like totally floored because this wasn't really a stream to do super chats. Yeah, La Bamba was, Anthony, if you haven't seen La Bamba the movie, I mean, I know it's an old movie. It came out in 1987. It's still, to this day, I still bawl and cry. Like, I sit there, especially when his mom finds out and she's hearing it on the radio and she's hanging her laundry out and she's like, Richie! And then his brother, and I'm just like, oh my God. I just like, I still do ugly call. So if you ever see it, Anthony, you gotta, you know, you'll like it. Over here too, we call it, oh. Yeah, I've heard, I saw one video one time and it was like, curious, are you in the Bevie and I age crowd or the kids crowd? Yeah, media monitor, how old are you? Are you a Gen X or a millennial or a Gen Z? All the DJ said nobody would buy a Spanish record. Man, I remember watching that. I remember I was in high school because I graduated in 92. I still remember in high school going to the record store. I went to A&A at the mall, and I remember buying Selena. I remember buying a Selena cassette tape. This is before she died. This is before any of that. And I just thought, because I can't even remember what the album was. And I remember bringing it home and listening to it. And Bitty Bitty Bum Bum came on. And I was just like, I like this song. And then I had just moved to Toronto when she was killed. When her president of the fan club shot her and everything. And I was like, man, that sucks. Stand By Me is so sad. Stand By Me had its moments. Oh, come on. You got to think Stand By Me when Will Wheaton, they come out of that pond and they got the leeches all over him and he's got the leech down his pants. Teratopia's here. I love you, Teratopia. Went to my office at the Eaton Center and came back and you were still here. I know. You said a short stream. I lied. Ozzy, didn't mean to lurk. That's okay. That's okay. I lurk a lot too. Media Monitor is older than me. You're 52. 80s I even put an X on my hand. A remnant of the 80s punk rock scene. Have I ever watched a comedian? I used to watch comedians all the time on TV when I was growing up. See, Teratopia loves me too. I know. I am so sorry. I do mean to have short streams. One of these days I'm just going to go in, eat something that you guys, you know, whatever you guys put into a super chat, I will, like, eat it, then be like, bye. I will. I promise. But I have like 3/4 of a Donair that I will have tomorrow for probably lunch. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner probably to eat it all. But that was because my buddy there, Godwin, he wanted the whole, you know, Donair fund. 80s punk rock. Do you know what I would have loved to have done in the 80s? Like, if I was old enough to go, I probably, if I was, because you know, I didn't turn 19 or 21 until the 90s, but going to CBGBs, that would have been so freaking awesome to do in the 80s. To go to CBGBs and see like the Ramones, or go see like even Blondie when they first started out way back when. Because they were kind of like a little bit. Susan came back to, she left to go shower and I'm still here. You want to see him cook ramen. Do you think he can cook ramen, Susan? Do you think he can actually boil the water? Sorry, Johnny, if you're lurking. I shouldn't make fun of you. I love you dearly. I really do. You're like the best. If he ever watches this in replay on his TV, I'm just going to be like, oh well. And you don't know Jack on stage. We could teach him how to play You Don't Know. You Don't Know Jack was such a great game. What did you get, Godwin? You said, be right back, my dinner is here. Did you order? What did you get? Boiling water is the easy. It's making the ramen that's complicated. No, I think he would probably have a hard time with the boiling of the water. I have watched Gabriel Iglesias, yes. I bet nobody cleaner than Susan right now. Susan's ready for stumbles. Yeah, you know what? No, I can't say that because I showered. Because that's how I had to, like, rinse my hair out. I do that in the shower. So Persian food. You know what? I've never had Persian food. Never had There's Shiraz down on Hollis Street that I should try. He needs more veggies. Well, he always throws his fruits and veggies into smoothies. Did we ever figure out who the walking woman dudette is? No, we haven't. It's driving me nuts. Every day. Well, no, it's been a few days, Allie. You've been slacking off on me. We always come up with our theories pretty much every day. We think it's this person or we think it's that person. Haven't heard from you for a while to hear what your theories are, Allie. I'm trying the curly girl method. What's the curly girl? 3 months now without a shower. I comb my hair every day, though. You know what? As long as you keep your skin clean, like with like even sponge baths with like a face cloth or a loofah with some water and soap, that will keep you clean. True, but fresh fruits and veggies, not frozen. Here's the thing, though. The walking woman dudette knows Ken. It might be his sister. Oh, where you scrunch your hair until it curls. Are we still figuring out who walking woman dudette is? No. It's not you, is it, Godwin? Because you're always out in the saga on your bike. How do we know that you didn't find like a stock footage of somebody walking in the shoes? That was a theory of mine a while ago, was that you were always out in the saga. Doesn't always have to be a female doing it. It could be somebody impersonating. I'm just saying. That was a theory. Ken said it wasn't his sis. See? Even Teratopia says that too. Godwin, you're always on your bike. You're always going along the Martin Goodwin Trail. You're always ending up in Mississauga and around Humber Bay, even Port Credit. And you're throwing us off by making it a dudette. Johnny's girlfriend? I don't know if Johnny even has a girlfriend. Godwin does get around. And he bought the gimbal yesterday, Teratopia, because I was tech support. Tech support. That's how I got the Donair tonight, because, you know. All right, Godwin, you gotta fess up, man. I get called ma'am a lot, too. Yeah, I hate getting called ma'am. Every time people call me ma'am, I always feel like I'm 100. Or I'm like this old lady. Bevie. Like half a bag of chips. See? Godwin's denying that it's him. Who do we have to find? What? Okay, what? Who do we have to find a special friend for? Good night, Slot Ranger. Godwin says he doesn't know Johnny and Ken's address. Well, we don't know that. We don't know if you're telling us the truth. I don't care what they call me. Just call me. Don't call me late for dinner. All right, Slot Ranger. Enjoy the rest of your evening in whatchamacallit, Olympia. And you don't own a pair. No, but that could be stock footage. You could probably find something on the internet with somebody walking in the pink pumps. Or you could have a female friend that you were like, hey, let's throw them off the trail. And Susan says, how do we know that they didn't send it to themselves? You know, AK could have sent those packages. It could be the walking man dude is the walking woman dudette. You know what? I can honestly say nobody's ever said that I'm matronly. But I don't like it when people call me ma'am. I'm like, okay, I'm not married and I may be of a certain age. But do I look like a ma'am? Do I? I'm too cute. Oh, we had a confession? Oh, Godwin says just joking. I don't know, Godwin. I think you're trying to sneak us off the trail. Now, my other theory, besides Godwin, and this person's not in my chat because I don't even know if this person knows if I exist. Magic Entertainer. What about her? She seems a little sweet on Johnny. Yep, you are cute. You look like a nurse? I look like a nurse? What about Magic Entertainer? She seems like she would be a good candidate to be the walking woman dude. She has a channel. She puts out little 10-minute videos of her walking around. She doesn't have a gimbal. We could always ask her the next time. The next time she ever pops up in his thing, we can always ask her if she's the walking woman dude. Dudette. She's not getting any views. Her comments are funny. She'll never admit to it. True. Johnny knows who it is. He teased the opening of the box. He did. I don't know. I can see it being Magic Entertainer. She always has some weird comments anyway in the chats. I mean, I don't know her and I've never really interacted with her all that much. But I'm just thinking, like, with her without a gimbal, her having a channel, if she's not getting much views on a channel, that would be all the reason for her to be the walking woman dudette, to get the interest, to get people to watch. Walking Lady. Could be. I haven't seen Walking Lady. She usually comes into my chats. Holy crap, I've been talking for almost 3 hours? Dudes, you guys didn't tell me that. Hold on. What time is it now? It's almost 10 o'clock. You still think it's Deborah. Which Deborah? There's like Deborah Ball, Deborah H. Look, I got black circles under my eyes. Not Deborah Ball. Would it be the other Deborah? Like the Deborah H? Is that her name, Deborah H? No, it's not Deborah Ball. Oh, Johnny's hot friend, Deborah. Oh my God, she is hot, isn't she? That little black and white picture, I'm just like, oh, hello. Hello. I'm single. Nouvelle. Saint Deborah Messing. Yeah, Allie. Johnny's friend Deborah, the one that you guys had that little conversation between you two. What the heck? You're still here. I know. Oh my God. Shut me up. See, this is what happens. I'm home alone on a Sunday night. I've had a couple drinks into me and some Donair. All right, folks. You know what? I need to brush my teeth because I'm tasting like Donair sauce in my mouth, and it's, you know, it was good going down, but, you know, every time I kind of like do girly burps, I can taste it. It's addictive. They used to work together. We're going to figure out. This is our mission. We're all going to figure out who this frickin' walking woman doodad is. Deborah. Hot Deborah. Deborah, the hot one. Yeah, I have Donair breath, man. And because of the garlic, I'm really thirsty. So I have another cider in the fridge. I might have to go get that. And I think he's starting up. Go brush up, Bev, and get ready for some Johnny shit. Maybe I will flirt with him. No, I don't have the face on. I always feel more confident when I have a little bit of makeup on. I know. That's a trite and poor excuse to feel confident with makeup. I'll flirt with him. I'll make him blush. I'll try. I'm usually good at making people blush. I can be naughty. I've made Ken speechless a couple of times talking about girthiness and girthy falafels with big balls and very sweet peach juice. All right, so what I'm going to do, yes, I'm going to let you guys go. So I'm going to go brush my teeth and get ready for the Stumble stream. So I'm going to see you guys all there. I know Mike Landry's not in the chat anymore because he probably has to work in the morning. So, but I still want to say thank you to him in case he watches this in replay. Thank you for your $5 super chat. And Ozzy Johnson, thank you for your $13.99 super chat for this evening. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you. And I will be moderating you guys. No, you guys are actually all good folks in Johnny's streams. There'll be a couple trolls. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes over on Stumbles. So I'm like the opening act. Am I cute for an opening act? Did I pass? All right, guys. Love you all. Bye.